Michael, what are we learning so far about how quickly things normalize when you slowly start to reopen again?
Well, I think we've learned that the drop-off was steeper. I think that's one thing I'll just note in addition. The April decline was steeper. I would say the May data, as it's now starting to come in, we think is more or less in line with what we've been thinking. The continuing claims data last week was certainly very important in sending a signal that the rate of hiring is probably picking up in the economy. So I think it's going to be slow going. May is likely to be choppy in terms of the data. The states were reopening at different points in time, and it's not clear that you just signal reopening and people go back to normal behavior. So I would say we're likely to get mixed data flow in May, some good data points, some bad data points, and June will likely be more clear. But we're taking our strongest signal from the jobless claims data, and the almost 4 million decline in continuing claims last week is a fairly positive sign.
And we hope that continues and continues at that pace as well, and we recover quickly. Michael, we caught up with the New York Fed President John Williams on this program last week, and he talked about looking to get this economy back to where it was pre-COVID-19, pre the COVID-19 shock. Michael, I understand this is a guesstimate because we have very little information, especially on the science side, to understand what the trajectory of this recovery would look like. But if you had to take a guess, how long will it take to get back just to where we were at the start of this year?
Well, at least in terms of the economists would measure that in terms of the level of GDP. When do we get GDP back to where it was in Q4 2019? You're right. There's a lot of uncertainty around that. I think the quickest you can get back there might be about 12 to 18 months. Our baseline would say more like 3 years. That we could get an initial snapback here in the third quarter and perhaps into the fourth quarter. But from there on, we think it'll take a few years to fully get the economy back to where it was from a pre-COVID standpoint.